What's cracking, guys? Welcome to today's video. I'm really excited to share this one with you guys. I haven't done something like this really ever, but I've been holding it off a little bit just because I've been trying to learn more and more about southern waters, gain confidence. I don't really want to just give you guys information shooting from, the top of my head on something that I don't know anything about. So, I'm 3 years into college fishing. I'm starting to get to the point where I do feel like I can hang with a lot of these guys, or at least I'm getting really close down here in the South. And today's video is just really showcasing the Untamed Tackle Apex swim jig, a little montage of it, but I think you guys are going to learn some stuff along the way. It's just seeing how I shake the jig, how I'm fishing it and whatever. I'm not really worried about showing all that stuff off. If I can be informative and show you guys something that you haven't seen before or want to learn about, that's awesome. So before the video though, I do want to talk about some of the other Untamed Tackle products, the other swim jigs that they have, because it varies when I'm going to throw one swim jig versus the next. And I think a lot of people might think, oh, it's just a swim jig, but Untamed Tackle actually has a few different options, and they just came out with this one here. This is the Untamed Tackle mini swim jig. It's a finesse swim jig with a 3/0 sized hook. And then they've got their Apex swim jig, which is the one you're going to see primarily in today's video. 4/0 hook, more of their versatile size swim jig, and it's just really good. Like I said, versatile is what I'd call this one. You can make it a small profile with that 4/0 hook, trim down the skirt a little bit. Otherwise, they have their 5/0 hook in that Punisher swim jig, and this one here, I've caught more bass on this than any other. Alright, so I mentioned the main key differences between these swim jigs, but I just want to talk about some scenarios that you guys might want to try them out. This mini swim right here is going to excel when you're fishing current, heavily pressured bodies of water, or anywhere where there's small bait fish. So especially this pre-spawn time of year, usually the shad are a little bit smaller than they are other times of the year. Or in the fall, you can sometimes get on some really tiny shad, and that's where something like this is going to excel. Keep in mind, they've got bluegill colors as well. So whenever there's small bluegills around, like I said, early in the year, this might be a great option to get more bites and some of those bigger ones when they're finicky. With the Apex, I usually put on kind of like a mid-sized trailer. You can see this one here is just a Z-Craw, really basic, and that skirt's got tore up, so you can't hardly see it anymore. But usually with the Apex, I'm going to cut that skirt down a little bit, make it a little bit more of a compact profile. That's really what I prefer to do with it. And the Punisher, I'm going all in. I'm going with that big profile, big rage craw on the back, full size skirt, and I'm trying to get a big bite on that one. And like I said before, it varies. It really does when you're going to throw one over the other. I like to throw the Punisher in heavy cover, the Apex in a little bit more sparse but still heavy cover, and that the mini swim's really going to just come down to how big the shad is in the area. So that's a little bit on why I choose different swim jigs. I hope you guys can apply that when you get out and are doing it yourself. But make sure to check out Untamed Tackle's products, not just the swim jigs, but they have a really great ace jig as well, and it's perfect for skipping around docks or any other shallow cover. The head shape on that is beautiful for doing that sort of thing, and definitely one of my other favorite jigs that they have. They've got a whole selection, so go check them out, guys. Check out C3 rods. You're going to see in this video I caught every single bass on either a 7'2" medium heavy or a 7'6" heavy, and I really do think that those two rods right there are really hard to beat when you're talking about either short cast, accurate casting with that shorter rod, or just a general heavy cover swim jig rod. That 7'6" heavy is super hard to beat, and it has turned into one of my favorite rods for throwing a swim jig on, hands down. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I think you're going to learn something. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. Comment below any other questions you guys have. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. There we go. Hey. Had to be one on that isolated clump, huh? Thing locked it up. I was gonna say I can't even get the hook out. There we go. Little bluegill color right there. That's a new color from Untamed Tackle and that Apex swim jig. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. We got him. We got him. Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe he came back for that. Unreal. That was so fun on that little bluegill colored Apex swim jig right there. He was pretty reactive. Usually you don't get a second chance with these Coosa bass, so we're gonna take that. Check out those Apex swim jigs at untamedtackle.com if you're on the Coosa or anytime you're swim jigging in grass. Super deadly. Thank you, buddy. If you guys don't have any of those markers, you need some. Unless you like using the regular dye, which I prefer the markers because less risk of staining. Remember about the swim jig that it's not just a swim jig, it's literally a flipping bait too. So like a lot of times, I'm dropping down right where that bass was. You could literally swim it right up to that spot and then drop it down in there. If he's still there and willing to bite, he might eat it when you drop it, just like a normal jig profile. I think a lot of people kind of get stuck in their head with a swim jig. Like if you're throwing a swim jig, you got to swim it. It's literally just common sense to try the other stuff. But man, I can't believe it didn't come back for it. That would have been awesome. Oh, yeah. I know you guys heard that one. That does not suck. I just got a 3.5 right before this. It's a decent one right there. Spring breaking in the Apex. Go. Love that. Came out and crushed it. That one caught me not looking. Oh. Good Lord. Crushing it. On that Apex swim jig. There we go. 3.7, 3.5 pounder. Been putting that C3 rod 7.6 heavy to work here recently, throwing around that Untamed Tackle swim jig. That is so fun. I love it. There you go. We're just out here swimming a jig. Big old swim jig montage going down right now. God, that thing came up and crushed it. Not a big one, but man, that's fun. Crushed it. Get up here. Crushing them on the apex. Unreal. There we go. Out from under the mat. Thing came out and crushed it. Apex swim jig. Once again, it's another 3-pounder. Pre-spawn. Go get you some swim jigs, guys. Get out this spring and go catch some bass in the grass. Does not get any better than the Apex swim jig or any of the other untamed tackle jigs. They're all legit. Make sure to check them out. About it. Oh. Let's go. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, watching me catch them on the swim jig. One of my favorite bites, easily, like hands down. I will never pass up a swim jig bite. So make sure to go check out those Untamed Tackle products, some of the other swim jigs, and leave a comment down below if you have any other questions about the jigs or even like the C3 rods that I'm using for my swim jig. I really do think that 7'6" heavy that I have is the best swim jig rod I've ever used in my life. I've gained a ton of confidence with it though too. Caught a lot of good bass in tournaments. Make sure to subscribe for more content like today's video in the future, and we're gonna see you in the next one. See you there.